Tiffany Paul, and as a serial entrepreneur, I can't tell you the number of times that I've heard the advice start with why when it comes to starting a business. It appears that start with why has become the go-to advice and starting point for anyone with a dream on their heart. And remember your why is the anthem to which so many entrepreneurs march. But it isn't just in the entrepreneurial space that this advice is running wild. With a decade-long career in corporate America, my employer often reminded me of their why in an attempt to keep me inspired and connected to their mission. The company's why, their purpose for doing business, was to improve the lives of customers now and for generations to come. Now raise your hand if this is a why that you can get behind. Are you inspired to improve the lives of customers now and for generations to come? Now keep your hand up if you want to spend your life selling toilet paper and tampons. Because that's exactly what I did. These products certainly improve lives, yet I'm sure there are less hands in the air. So, what changed between the moment you committed to the why with your hand proudly in the air and the moment you put your hand down? Clearly, something else is at play here when it comes to motivating others and inspiring action. We started with why, but it wasn't enough to inspire everyone to dedicate their lives to toilet paper and tampons. Was it because you don't want it badly enough? You aren't truly committed to improving the lives of others? Of course not. It simply demonstrates that starting with why might not always be the answer to inspiring action. So, if we're not starting with why, where do we begin? I propose we start with what. As in, what are you good at? What do you enjoy? What are you excited about? There is power in the what, yet so many dismiss its value under the common practice of starting with why. It seems that what we spend our days doing doesn't seem to matter as much as why we do it. We justify burnout, exhaustion, overwhelm, and hating our jobs with our why. To create a better life for our family, to become a leader in the field, to create financial independence, to be our own boss, to improve the lives of others. Well, what would it look like to consider improving your own life right here and now by prioritizing more of what you love over why you do it? What if companies shifted their focus from working to inspire employees with the company why to instead focusing on empowering employees to do more of what they were good at, what they were truly excited about, what they truly enjoyed? By shifting from starting with why to what, I believe there exists a strong opportunity to impact workplaces for the better, not only for the employee, but also for the employer. And there is exciting research that exists to support this vision. Research conducted by Gallup shows that when employees know and use their strengths in the workplace, they are more engaged, perform better, and are less likely to leave their company. At the same time, employees who use their strengths often report overall improved well-being. The more hours each day their strengths were used, the more likely they were to report experiencing positive attributes like being happy, feeling well rested, and having ample energy. And the less likely they were to report negative attributes like worry, stress, anger, or sadness. These well-being advantages not only benefit the individual, but the employer as well, leading to higher productivity, fewer sick days, lower incidence of chronic disease, and fewer health-related expenses for their employees. Therefore, starting with what is a powerful method to not only improving the lives of employees, but also improving the bottom line. Not to mention that when you improve the lives of your employees, you are simultaneously improving the lives of your customers, because it's your employees who show up each and every day to serve your customers, your company, your mission, and your why. So, the more you can support them by starting with what, the stronger your organization will be in moving in the direction of your why. Had my corporate employer spent more of its energy and resources supporting my what rather than their why, who knows, I might still be selling toilet paper. So there is power in the what, yet there is still room for the why. The why leads the way, and in between the what and the why is the how. I've created a visual for you, and I call it the silver triangle. It's for anyone that is looking to create the kind of success that not only supports your bottom line, but your overall well-being. So, at the very base of your triangle, anchoring your vision is your what. Asking yourself or your employees, what are you good at? What do you enjoy? What excites you? From there, we ask, how do we desire to express that skill set or passion in the world? And lastly, our why will serve as our North Star leading the way. We can look to some of the most iconic brands in the industry as powers of example in starting with what instead of starting with why. Facebook did not start with the mission to build community and bring the world closer together. It started as FaceMash, a website created for college students to vote on the attractiveness of women on campus. It started with what Mark Zuckerberg was best at, developing and coding, and what he was interested in, women. Nike did not start with the mission to just do it, although Phil Knight certainly did it. It started with his passion for running and his business degree from Stanford, and his decision to use what he loved and what he was good at to create a better running shoe. Amazon did not start with the vision to become the leader in e-commerce. It started as an online bookstore. A simple statistic that web usage was growing over 2,000% per year was what propelled Jeff Bezos to begin. So trust that by starting with what, you are in good company. From there, we move on to the how. The how is what gets you into action. It's the motor to your what. It's how you choose to move forward, and it's how you will spend your time and energy. It sets the scene for your entire life story and legacy. For example, the Wright brothers, whose what was a love for building things, chose to shift their how from fixing bicycles into building airplanes. Had they stayed as bicycle mechanics, the world might have never known their names. So you see, the how is quite powerful in determining the trajectory of your life. Yet for so long, the why has gotten all the credit. But why still has an important role to play. And even though it doesn't serve as the foundation of our model, it is still an essential ingredient. It is the why that amplifies the what and the how. It's what magnifies the vision. It was the why that grew a campus hot or not site into a global online community. And it was the why that steered a shoe company to become the world's largest athletic apparel company. It was the why that expanded an online bookstore into a multinational technology company. The why is essential. Allow it to be your compass and guide as you create the business, career, and life of your dreams. But always, always start with what.